Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. This is Halima LaPlante. I am your wild wolf mama. And today is the week of April 14th. We are almost in Taurus season. So yeah, today is a fifth line day. The fifth line is the line of the heretic. Um, and yeah, so if you like this content, please, please, please give it a like. Give me a comment. Go ahead and share with some friends. Um, and follow or subscribe, however it is where you're seeing this material. That would greatly help me to get out into the world and be seen. So today, like I said, is a fifth line day. It is the line of, see, 42 is down here out of the sacral. I always want to say solar plexus, but this is the solar plexus. This is the sacral, and this is a gate of increase, the expansion of the resources, which maximizes the development of full potential. And again, it's in the sun. So we're going to be radiating energies of self actualization today with our neutrino field. And it's being fixed today. Um, and this, you might recognize this as growth that is self fulfilling and naturally leads to influence. Remember, this is a line of the heretic. And then it's all being grounded here in gate 32, which is one of the fear gates out of the spleen. This is the gate of duration. The only thing which endures is change. And so the neutrinos are grounding us today in this energy of flexibility, where we're learning about easy adaptation to circumstances. And this frequency could feel like anywhere from an instinct for adaptation in times of change to the potential of the instinct to reject adaptation and conformity in times of change. So, yeah, and remember, this is a fear gate. This is a fear gate. So, let's see. We do have this energy here, this kind of mutative energy here, which is the channel of inspiration, a creative role model. It's being activated by currently the moon, so it's not going to last that long. But gate 8 is being activated by Uranus at line 1. And so that is about honesty, where we're learning about the truthful acceptance of limitation and recognition that it can only be transcended through sharing. And this has a frequency of knowing that creative expression must be honestly communicated and shared, to the design to share creativity at the expense of individuality. And remember, these, even though it's called exaltation and detriment, it's not necessarily like this is good and this is bad. You know, it's mechanics. It's mechanics. And if you're following your strategy and authority correctly, you'll find that this stuff comes up exactly when it needs to and how it needs to, as you uniquely express it as yourself in your day to day. And so if you need to have some energy of withdrawal, then you'll have that. And if not, you'll have the awareness. And so, just play with it, work with it, be aware of it. That's all we really are trying to do here. And so today, I actually did something a little different because I used my new coins. These are actual Chinese coins that I purchased, and I used them to throw today to get our energy for the week. So I've decided to change the format instead of daily to weekly. I think that's going to fit a little bit better with my energy levels and what I can, my schedule and what I can actually do. Doing it daily was becoming such a challenge. And so we had a changing line today at the 6th, at the top here. And so this is giving us a 45, hexagram 45, gathering together. So let's take a look at what that says. Gathering together, massing. This hexagram is related to form and meaning to pi, holding together, which is 8, which we talked about actually just now. In the latter, water is over the earth. Here, a lake is over the earth. But since the lake is a place where water collects, the idea of gathering together is even more strongly expressed here than in any other hexagram. The same idea also arises from the fact that in the present case, it is two strong lines, the fourth and the fifth, that bring about the gathering together, whereas in the former case, one strong line, the fifth, stands in the midst of weak lines. And so here's the judgment. Gathering together, success. The king approaches his temple. It furthers one to see the great man. This brings success. Perseverance furthers. To bring great offerings creates good fortune. It furthers one to undertake something. The gathering together of people in large communities is either a natural occurrence, as in the case of the family, or an artificial one, as in the case of the state. The family gathers about the father as its head, or in my case, the mother. But really, what they're talking about is the role, not so much the masculine, like father, as we think of it. The perpetuation of this gathering in groups is achieved through the sacrifice to the ancestors, at which the whole clan is gathered together. So I'd also like to point out that 45 is actually being activated in the charts today. I don't remember where. But this is a leadership role, much like the father, who leads the family, who maybe not so much gathers the resources, but helps to make sure that his tribe is taken care of, that they have the resources. The family gathers about the father as its head. The perpetuation of this gathering in groups is achieved through the sacrifice to the ancestors, at which the whole clan is gathered together. Through the collective piety of the living members of the family, the ancestors become so integrated in the spiritual life of the family that it cannot be dispersed or dissolved. Where men are to be gathered together, religious forces are needed, but there must also be a human leader to serve as the center of the group. In order to be able to bring others together, this leader must first of all be collected within himself. Only collective moral force can unite the world. Such great times of unification will leave great achievements behind them. This is the significance of the great offerings that are made. In the secular sphere, likewise, there is need of great deeds in time of gathering together. The image. Over the earth, the lake, the image of gathering together. Thus, the superior man renews his weapons in order to meet the unforeseen. If the water in the lake gathers until it rises above the earth, there is danger of a breakthrough. Precautions must be taken to prevent this. Similarly, where men gather together in great numbers, strife is likely to arise. Where possessions are collected, robbery is likely to occur. Thus, in the time of gathering together, we must arm properly to ward off the unexpected. Human woes usually come as a result of unexpected events against which we are not forearmed. If we are prepared, they can be prevented. And so we had one moving line, 6 at the top. Lamenting and sighing, floods of tears, no blame. It may happen that an individual would like to ally himself with another, but his good intentions are misunderstood. Then he becomes sad and laments. But this is the right course, for it may cause the other person to come to his senses, so that the alliance that has been sought and so painfully missed is, after all, achieved. Hmm. No blame. No blame. It's just mechanics, guys. It's just mechanics. All right. So let's take a look at what cards we got. As usual, we'll start with our White Light Oracle deck here. What wisdom does she want to share with us this week? We got card 6, Shekinah. Yes. The spiritual world wanted to help you resolve your worldly concerns. It is safe for you to rely on spirit as a loving, protective, helpful, and practical presence, able to positively affect all areas of your life, including facilitating the resolution of physical problems. Do not limit your spirituality to concepts. Instead, apply your higher knowledge and principles. Grow your wisdom and live your path. Acknowledge your value as a person, as a soul. Treasure the gifts of your path, and let your spirituality integrate with all facets of your life. Shekinah. Shekinah is a Hebrew word that translates as the dwelling place of the divine. Shekinah is the embodiment of the light. She is in us when we are living our spiritual path, applying our wisdom and principles to our actions, our courage, our choices awaken compassion in our world. We are the sacred change makers and healers of the collective. The divine electricity of spirit needs willing soul bulbs to shine forth in the world. Soul bulbs. In the esoteric Jewish tradition of Kabbalah, Shekinah is the sacred feminine, the capacity for and experience of spirit entering the soul of a human being. When a soul is approaching the sacred experience of Shekinah, the ego has given way to some degree. There is enough inner space and heart willingness to surrender and receive so that spirit can infuse the soul. The soul becomes more luminous with white light. We resonate more with spirit than with ego. We feel like our true selves. And isn't that what it's all about? When the soul becomes Shekinah, a holy dwelling place of spirit, our experience is very different to the ego driven way of living. We slow down and accomplish that which is meaningful. We feel connected to all that is. So we are inspired to do what we can to help according to our tendencies and talents. We co create rather than compete. We accomplish our aspirations because we are no longer in our heads, but practicing our spiritual path daily. Our practices resonate with our hearts, increasing our awareness, love, presence, patience, commitment, and peace. Our spiritual practices are our life raft when the oceans of life become wild, and our magic carpet when we feel stuck and need inspiration and freedom. Our practices increase our compassion for ourselves and others. When Shekinah is in your reading, you have both permission and encouragement from Spirit to embrace spiritual practices that resonate with your heart and commit to them, especially when you think you don't need them or they don't seem to be doing anything for you. Those are the times you need them most. To embrace Shekinah is to embrace action, to commit to engage, to walk or talk, and to be the light we want to see in our world. The ideas that nurture and inspire our heart are important, but the actions that transform hesitation, fear, and doubt, boldness, trust, and confidence are essential to bring those ideas to life. You have it within you to live your light and put all your problems and concerns into the capable hands of a deeper guiding wisdom. You are not giving away your power in doing so. You're actually empowering your sacred fulfillment. This oracle brings notice of an opportunity to apply your spiritual principles. You are encouraged to consider how you can live so that your inner beliefs and outer actions are in alignment. This is not about denying the ego and its pains. It is about having compassion and responding from a place of kindness and determination to heal. The oracle also suggests a matter of a material or physical concern can be touched and healed by spirit. Your task is to invite spirit in and allow it to do what it knows how to do. Find relief in the knowledge that spirit is with you and wants you to heal through all matters of concern. So go ahead and give this healing process a try if it's correct for you. Connect consciously with your heart, allowing yourself to become fully present in this moment. Noticing the flow of your breath in and out will support this process of transition into sacred inner heart space. Place a hand at your heart and say aloud, I call upon Shekinah, sacred feminine presence of the divine spirit, within my heart and within all hearts. Awaken, divine sister. We need you. To you, I surrender all concerns in need of a higher solution. I trust that the healing capabilities of spirit are far greater than the depressing scenarios generated by fearful, wounded ego. I invite your sacred presence, protection, grace, blessing, and peace to restore me to my authentic path, to correct all issues in my life that have become tainted or confused by ego, and ensure my soul's spiritual fulfillment for the benefit of all beings. Thank you for your love and presence with me always. Imagine, see, feel, or intend that a beautiful white light is awakening in your heart and radiating throughout all parts of you, shining like a white spiritual sun. It may shine all the colors of the rainbow from your heart or remain as white light. The beautiful rays of light reach through all levels and dimensions of existence. Simply let this happen as you surrender into the effects of your prayer and your practice. Rest in this luminous offering for as long as feels right for you. Finish with your hands in prayer and your head bowed with respect for life. You have finished your healing process. And so that is the message Shekinah brings for us this week. Shekinah. And so now let's take a look at what our manifestation cards have to say for us today. And what kind of guidance astrology has to bring, the moon has to bring. First quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. Yes, release your blocks. When it comes to pushing through your fears, any other negative feelings, you're going to have to dig deeper. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, because fear blocks us. Make time to clear any toxic feelings around you. Don't let pride stop you from showing how dearly you want something. It's okay to be vulnerable, if you know the people you're dealing with are trustworthy. Think about others as much as yourself. Manifesting mix. There's a light and shade in your situation, and you need to embrace it. Don't get stuck on one idea and refuse to budge. Manifesting mindset. Think what a mental detox would involve for you. For example, avoiding people you argue with and violence on TV, etc. And make time for it soon. That would be good these days, I believe. Tune in to your manifesting powers. Your sacral chakra, I don't know how to say that, is all about emotions and feelings. It's located just below your navel and is bright orange in color. Think of the way that water flows. That's how this chakra can help your feelings to flow now. Imagine yourself bathing in a beautiful column of warming orange light. Hold the card to your lower belly and call in the energies by incanting these words. Energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Thank you for helping me to clear out energetic debris so that I can fulfill my potential. Blessed be, amen. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Scorpio, on a Tuesday, Mars Day, or during Mars's hour. The first quarter moon in Scorpio takes place when the sun is in Leo and the moon is in Scorpio. It knows that it's okay to be fabulous and deep. Now, I haven't checked this out, but let's take a look at page 16. Planetary hours. You can go beyond planetary days and work with planetary hours, the system in which every moment of the day is ruled or governed by a particular planet. To work out the planetary hours for any given day, you need to calculate the length of time between sunrise and sunset. Turn that number into minutes and then divide by 12. This is the length of each daytime planetary hour on that day. Note they're not always 60-minute hours. To calculate nighttime planetary hours, repeat this process using the time between sunset and sunrise. The planet ruling the day of the week also rules the first hour of daylight on any given day. The planetary hours then cycle through in this order: Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon until the next day's sunrise. Then it all begins over again, starting with the planet that rules that day. I've created a tutorial using planetary hours for anyone who wants to delve deeper. You can find it at moonmessages.com/planetary hours. So that's an interesting little tidbit. So that's it for today, guys, for this week. Thank you for joining me today. Come back next week for next week's blessings and guidance for that week. And again, if this is something that you enjoy, please, please, please give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe so you never miss out on any of the posts and value that I give. And if you would like for me to do a personal reading for you, I do card readings, I can do some I Ching readings, and I also am a student of human design, so I can do human design readings for you. Go ahead and check me out. My website is wildwolfmama.com. And yeah, I also offer one-on-one sessions for people who need guidance on a more regular basis. In fact, currently, if you're living in the Sacramento area, I am going to be giving an introductory talk to human design next month. That's in May 24th, 2025, at Asha Urban Bath House. So you can get registered for that. And not only do you get an introductory talk to human design, but you also get 2 hours of time in Asha Urban Bath. And it's a really, really great, it's going to be an amazing event. I'm super excited. So again, and you can email me to halima@wildwolfmama.com. And as always, love yourself.